bookish friends. Welcome to another Tag Tuesday. This Tuesday is actually Triple Tag Tuesday for me. Because I have been making special videos, first about the Christie is Missing readathon, and then reading goals and some special videos about my plans for 2022. And lastly, my wrap-up week of 2021. It made me go very behind on tags. So I decided to follow the examples of Jeremy Fee, Seskevi and Margaret Pinard. Actually use the name that Margaret uses for doing 3 tags in one video. Which is of course Triple Tag Tuesday. As for these tags, I was tagged in 2 of them many months ago, and although I wasn't tagged in the third one, I really wanted to do this tag because of a special reason. And, I will use my Cathy clipboard for reading the answers. I will talk about many books this time. I certainly do need this clipboard. The first tag that I'm going to do is called Historical Fiction Reader Tag. This tag was originally created by Emily-ARRRGH schooling, and I was tagged by another Emily at Novelle, one of my dearest friends. I will link both of their videos down below. Thank you, Emily, for tagging me. Historical fiction is one of my top 3 genres. The first question is, what is your favorite time period to read about? I do like to read about 1920s and 1930s, the period between 2 world wars. I also do really like to read about the Tudor period because it's such an intriguing period as regards to politics and power plays. Question 2. What book made you fall in love with historical fiction? Although I have been reading historical fiction for a very long time, it was a Turkish book that made me fall in love with historical fiction, which was Uzun Beyaz Bulut, Long White Cloud by Buket Uzuner. After reading that book, I realized that I really did love reading about different periods in time. Question 3. If you could write yourself into any historical fiction novel or visit any time period, what would it be and why? I would like to visit Europe in 1920s because I think it's a very interesting time period with all the glamour before the big economical crisis at the end of the decade. Question 4. Have you read a historical fiction novel that was so gripping it sent you on a research deep dive? It was The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Marianne Sheffer. First of all, this is one of the best historical fiction novels that I have read. That is written in letters. I never knew a section of England was invaded. So it was very interesting to read about what happened there. And I researched that subject because I had never heard of that before. Question 5. Do you have a favorite or Autoboy historical fiction author? I think after this year it is Ken Follett. I really did love his historical fiction series, Kingsbridge. I rated all of the books very high in that series, and I adore his writing style. Even though his books are very long, it does not feel long when you read it because it flows so easily. Question 6. What is your favorite historical fiction movie or television show? It is an Italian movie, La Vita è Bella, directed by Roberta Benigni. This movie also won an Oscar for Best Picture, and it deserves all the praises. I remember watching this movie in a film club in the university. I remember having a wonderful smile in my face in the first half, and I left the club in tears. It brought out a wide range of emotions. It was about life, although they were in concentration camps. Question 7. Historical fiction is overlooked or underhyped in the booktube world. What book would you recommend that would hook any reader on the genre? I've never thought that historical fiction is overlooked in my corner of booktube because many of my friends that I follow really do love historical fiction. So I was very surprised when I read this question. My answer would be historical fiction books that involve some kind of mystery, because finding out about a mystery usually gets the reader hooked on the plot. I would recommend Kate Quinn books for engaging historical fiction books. And the second tag is its all relative tag. This tag was originally created by AJ Dunn reads and writes, and I was tagged by, again, one of my dearest friends, Naomi at Naomi's Bookshelf. First of all, I have to say I love the title of the prompts. Thank you, AJ, for creating this tag. Thank you, Naomi, for tagging me. First prompt is Mamma Mia. Features the mother pivotal to the story. I will talk about a book that I have read many years ago. Not Without My Daughter by Betty Mahmoudi. This book is all about a mother and her struggle to rescue her daughter from the oppressive regime in Iran. Prompt 2 is Papa Don't Preach. Features a dad you like or despise. I'm going to talk about a father that I despise. I really do despise the father in Persuasion by Jane Austen. Anne's father is a pretentious man. And thinks very highly of himself, although he has no reason to, apparently. I despise the fact that he does not see the value of Anne like other very important characters in the book. Prompt 3 is Brothers and Sisters. Features an interesting sibling relationship. The plot of The Nightingale by Kristin Hanna is the relationship between sisters in a background of World War II. Their relationship is so full of emotions, sometimes negative, but most of the time the bond between them is incredible. I think this book is a love letter to sisterhood. Prompt 4, it's been 84 years. A multi-generational book. I'm going to talk about a book that had me hooked when I was a teenager. Evergreen by Belva Plain. This book was one of the books that was in my parents' library, and it is one of the earliest adult works that I have read when I learned English. And the book covers a whole lifetime of a woman who lives up to 90 years. Prompt 5. You Complete Me. Features an interesting marriage. I think Tommy and Tuppence series features a very interesting marriage because they are a very unconventional couple when considering the time period. Although their relationship might seem competitive at some points, I think they both realize their strengths and weaknesses in their marriages and support their spouses in their strengths. And one of the things that I really do like about this series, how their dynamic both changes in terms of action, but actually does not change in terms of ideas and of course their love for each other. Prompt 6 is Picturesque Sicily. It features an interesting elderly character. My most surprising book of 2021, An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good by Helen Thurston. This book was incredibly good, and I have heard from Kevi that the second book in the series is even better. I have it on my audiobook application, and I will try to read it as soon as I can. Prompt 7, Friends with Benefits. Features a found family or friends as family. I think especially the first book in Ready Player One series by Ernest Cline features a wonderful dynamic of friends as family. Because it's a virtual world, many characters from different parts of the world do come and sort of form a family. Because they work together, they're able to achieve their goals in the end. Even though I didn't love the second book as much as I loved the first book, I really liked their friend dynamic, which continued in the second book. The 8th prompt is I Think We're Alone Now. Featuring a character that was lost, abandoned or orphaned. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. The main character in the book was an orphan and then adopted by a couple. And her relationship with that family is one of the best things in this book. The 9th and the last prompt is Fur Baby, which features an animal as a part of a family or plays an important role in the family. Although all of the books in Blue Heron series features a dog. The last book, Anything for You by Kristen Higgins, relationship of the couple actually is directly related with the dynamic of the hero with the dogs in her family. And the last tag that I'm going to do is the T tag. This is part of Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff's alphabet tag series. The reason that I wanted to do this tag was because of a question, of course. T is for Turkey, so I had to do this tag. The first prompt is T is for Twain and Tom Sawyer. What is the importance of Tom Sawyer? I very currently reread it as an adult, and even though I found it a bit outdated, I really like how accurate the point of view of a young boy was portrayed. I think Mark Twain is a very talented writer. T is for TBR. Show me your TBR. Here are some of the photos in my TBR shelf in Goodreads. Because my TBR consists of mostly digital stuff, I think the shelf in Goodreads would portray my TBR the best. T is for toilet. Do you read in the toilet? What do you call the toilet? What would be ideal reading matter for the smallest room? I call the toilet tuvalet. Toilet means toilet in Turkish. Of course, I do read in the toilet because I read everywhere. But I think it is best to read smaller size books or e-books in the toilet. T is for Turner. Who is your favorite English painter? Which is your favorite Turner painting? I actually did not know his name when I researched him. I really liked the landscape paintings by him. For my favorite English painter, I had to look it up again. I remember some of the paintings of landscapes again by John Constable. So I guess he's my favorite English painter. T is for tea. What is your preferred drink when reading? I prefer coffee. The next question is T is for Turkey. Have you been to Turkey? Who's your favorite Turkish writer? Yes, I have been to Turkey. My favorite author is Ayşe Kulin. I really do like her both as a writer and as a very strong and stubborn woman. My three favorite works have been translated to English, which are Aylin, Last Train to Istanbul, and Birds Without a Country. T is for Tyrannosaurus Rex. What is your favorite dinosaur? What is your favorite book with a prehistoric setting? I do not have a favorite dinosaur, and apparently I do not read books set in prehistoric times because I couldn't find any book set in that time among the books that I've read in Goodreads. T is for Tolstoy. What is your favorite novel by Tolstoy? I did not like anything that I read from Tolstoy yet. The peace sections in War and Peace were written good, but I have to say I did not love those parts either. So I don't think Tolstoy is the author for me. I will try Anna Karenina for to be sure. T is for theater. When was the last time you went to the theater? So many months ago. I distinctly remember the date and the play. It was, I think, 2 weeks before the corona outbreak in March. The play was called Ağaçlar Ayakta Ölür, which can be translated as Trees Do Die Standing. And everybody in the theater cried at the end, including the actors who came to greet us. Because of a magnificent performance of a mother by an elderly actress, Nevraz Herezli. I have never experienced a union of emotions like that in my life. T is for Trollope and Thackeray. Which of these two Victorian writers do you prefer? Sorry to say, I have not read from either of them. So no answer for this question as well. Sorry, Jim. This was my first Triple Tag Tuesday video. I will do more to catch up again. Who will I tag? I will tag some friends. And you can choose to do one of the tags, 2 or 3 of the tags, or none, of course. It's up to their preference. I see these videos as a chance to shout out my booktuber friends. I will tag 6 booktubers. I will first of all tag 3 new friends that I've made. The first one is Loretta at Read, Write and Collage, Kristina at Kristina's Shelf, and Gemma at Gem of Books. And 3 more friends that I have made before. One of them went through a name change in her channel. Keep Calm with Books and Coffee, which was actually the name of her reading blog. I also would like to tag Pen to Paper and ReadBecca. So this was my bit lengthy Triple Tag Tuesday video. Please comment down below. Are you behind on tags like I am? And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, since we are doing Triple Tag Tuesday, I thought Tuesday should be the word of the day. Tuesday means salı in Turkish, and salı is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.